Lesson 4.4, adding and subtracting unlike fractions. Our objective is to add and subtract fractions with unlike denominators. Before you can add two unlike fractions or fractions with different denominators, you need to rename one or both of the fractions so that they have a common denominator. Before you can add two unlike fractions or fractions with different denominators, rename one or both of the fractions so that they have a common denominator. Number one, I look at my denominators and I have a denominator of 2 and a denominator of 4. And I ask myself, what is my least common denominator, or the least common multiple between 2 and 4? And I can get 2 to become a 4 pretty quickly by multiplying by 2. So that's what I do. I multiply by 2 on the denominator as well as the numerator. So this becomes 2/4 plus 1/4. Then I treat it just like I did the like fractions that have a common denominator, and I add their numerators straight across. So 2 plus 1 is 3, denominator of 4. My answer is 3/4. I can circle that, and we are finished. 9/10 plus a negative 1/2. Again, I look at my denominators, and are they the same? Are they like fractions? They are not. So I need to ask myself, what is the least common denominator? The least common denominator would be 10, because 2 and 10 can both reach 10. So I may multiply 2 by 5. That's how I get it to be 10. And 1 by 5. So I have 9/10 plus a negative 5/10. My denominators are the same, so I add the numerators. 9 plus negative 5 is 4. My denominator is 10. Now I look at this 4/10. 2 goes into both of those, so I can divide by 2 to reduce this. And I get 2/5 as my answer. Number 3 is a little trickier. I have negative 1/3 plus negative 1/4. So I look at my denominators, and I need to find the least common multiple. The least common multiple between 3 and 4 is 12. So to get 3 to become a 12, I multiply by 4. And to get 4 to become a 12, I multiply by 3. So now this is negative 4/12 plus negative 3/12. I have my common denominator of 12, so I need to add negative 4 plus negative 3. Do you remember in chapter 3 when I kept saying, if you don't understand how to add and subtract negative numbers, it's going to haunt you the rest of the year? Here's where it's starting to haunt you, right? Negative 4 plus negative 3 is negative 7. So we have negative 7/12. If you're still struggling with adding and subtracting negative numbers, 3.2 part 2 video would be a great thing to watch, or coming to see me before or after school. I would love to help you with it. Last one, number 4. We have negative 2/3 minus 1/2. So we need to add the opposite. So it's negative 2/3 plus negative 1/2. And again, we do not have a common denominator, so our least common denominator, or least common multiple between 3 and 2 is 6. So to make the 3 become a 6, we multiply by 2. So we have negative 4/6 plus, to make the 2 become a 6, we multiply by 3. So we have negative 4/6 plus negative 3/6 equals, circle your denominators. We know that our answer is going to have a denominator of 6. And negative 4 plus negative 3 is negative 7. Now, I would circle that, and that would be my answer. However, some of you like to say 6 goes into 7 how many times? 1 time, with how many left over? That would be 1 left over. 6 is my denominator. It's a negative 1 and 1/6. I don't care which way you say it, as long as you have the right answer in improper or mixed number form.